I grew up blessed, bro. I grew up with mad influences. I was one of them people where I'm one of them people where I learn from other people's mistakes, bro. So it's like I see some shit that's going on. Like I always know I wanted to be something. You mean? Like I don't know what that was, but I knew I wanted to be something. I think an uncle. I don't even know what he is to me, but he in and out of jail. I seen him like twice in my life. You hear his name all the time, but I seen him twice in my life. He was in and out of jail consistently. I knew I didn't want to do that. Like it's so weird because you know what I'm saying. In black neighborhoods, they had that talk with you about the cops and the law and shit like that. But I never had that talk with my dad. He always talked to me about the streets. They talked to me about the streets more than they ever talked about the cops, because like the streets will get you in more shit than the cops ever will. I think that like low key the cops knew about my dad, bro. When I went to school and shit, and I used to go to the corner store, I used to run into a cop. They knew who I was from the rip. I never had to spend $1 in the corner store. You mean, especially if I ran into somebody that knew my dad and shit, I never had to spend money in the shit in the corner store running into a nigga that knew my pop. I low key had a bit of respect because of who my folks was, but like growing up and seeing certain shit, like my cousins in and out of jail, getting expelled from school, not having no type of scholarships, not playing no sports. You mean, pops in and out of jail, people not having the opportunities because of the records of their name and shit. I knew I never wanted to be that. And on top of that, like it was just like I was blessed with the opportunity to like be smart. Like I'm a normal human being, bro. You know what I'm saying? You look, sometimes niggas piss you off. You think about crashing all the time, but it's just like I'm one of them people that just think about the consequences to my actions. Like nigga, if I do this shit right now, and I got younger siblings, and I got a pop that taught me how to regulate my emotions. I got cousins that don't play that shit. You mean, is it worth risking your life over? Like, is it worth going to jail? Is it worth killing somebody, having to be on the run? Is it worth going to jail knowing that at the time I wanted to play football, I wanted to be in the NFL? So is it worth going to jail knowing that you'll never have a scholarship, you'll never be able to play football ever again, you'll never be in high school, you'll never go to college? You know what I'm saying, I was one of the people where I just felt like, yo, like it's either this or that. Like I either wait for my time to come, or I crash out, I rob, I steal, you feel me, scam, whatever the case may be. I ended up going to therapy. Like I ended up going to therapy for this shit.